Call the meeting to order at 9:32. The town of Smoky Lake respectfully acknowledges that we are situated on Treaty 6, the traditional lands of First Nations and Métis people. 1.1, the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited Chief Executive Officer Phillips called. Oh, are you supposed to start it off?
Sorry, I'm leaving on the page here. Yes, I need to call it to order and then elect the chairperson, so I'll, I guess I'll be the one to, call the meeting to order at 9:32. Okay. And then we'll move on to the election of the chairperson. So I'm looking for, nomination, sorry. There's nothing in there for that. Nominations for the chair of the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company. Councillor Coase.
So, well, Director Coase.
Director Coase, you're right.
So I'm going to nominate Director Mel Morton for a chairperson position.
Okay, second call for nominations. Third and final call for nominations. How do you accept? Sure. I can get a motion for nominations to cease. Yeah, I did that backwards, but. Yeah.
Sure, I can make
And
that
then I will
motion.
hand it over to Mel. Okay,
Director Morton.
Director Morton.
Chair Morton.
Looking for, moving on to 2.2, we're gonna do election of the vice chair. So I'm looking for a nomination for vice chair. Marianne?
Thank you. And I do at this time nominate Director Chernigan as the vice chair for the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited.
Okay, looking for second call for nominations. Third and final call for nominations. I'll get if I could see no more motions for nominations to cease. Marianne?
Oh, sorry, I can make that motion too.
Okay, all in favor? Perfect. Okay, moving on to 2.3, appointment of directors. For motion on page 3 as the recommendation.
I can make a motion that the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company directors for the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited be appointed as follows. Amy Chernigan, Evelyn Coase, Melody Morton, and Marianne Proskowski, effective immediately for the term continuing until the next annual general meeting of shareholders or until the passage of resolution in lieu thereof.
All in favor? Carried. Sure. Yeah, it's big.
Right.
Thank you. I tried to help. You are helping me. Got a little sidetracked there. Okay, why is there? Okay, looking for a motion to adopt the agenda. Evelyn? Director Coase, I am so sorry. Director Coase, like to make the motion to, is there any additions?
Yes, please.
Sure.
And so forgive me, when we do the financials, we appoint a financial officer, but we don't have a set of financials because it's in our town budget.
We have no money in this, yeah, there is none.
Okay,
So
so
there are no financials because there is no money in this. It's just to keep it active in the event that in the future, council wants to use this for
oh, so then it, as for clarity, that having a financial officer is just
formality.
custom. Okay,
Yeah.
so we shouldn't have a printout that says 0 or anything like that, or?
We could have a printout that says 0, but we don't have a financial statement. It's reported in our audit.
Oh,
So it is within our audit, it's audited by them, so we need to have all this in place, but there is no money in there. So we do have them there, yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
So for people that, like me, every year, don't keep asking where's.
That's okay. That's no worries.
Okay, so I withdraw any additions. I will not be adding anything or asking for clarification on anything, so thank you.
Okay, I'll call the question then on Director Cove's motion. All in favor? That is carried. Okay, moving on to the April 29th, 2024 annual general meeting minutes. Any errors or omissions? Director Coves,
I'll make the motion that Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company, adopt the minutes of the annual general meeting held on March 27th, 2023 as presented.
oh. The
April
date,
29th.
April 29th, 2024.
Okay. I'm reading from the minutes.
You're reading from the minutes, yeah. Really the minutes from.
How can I prove the minutes when I'm reading from the minutes? Sorry, gotta skew down to.
Okay, if there's no errors or omissions, I'll call the question on Director Cove's motion. All in favor? And that is carried. Okay, moving on to 5.1, appointment of legal representation.
That
Director.
the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited appoint Kuzik Law Office as the solicitors to matters for the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited effective immediately for a term leading to the next annual general meeting or until the passage of resolution in lieu of.
All in favor and carried. All right, moving on to our appointment of auditor. Looking for motions, Director Coates.
I'm reading from the agenda package, not the minute. That the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company appoint the town of Smoky Lake's auditor as the auditor for the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited, effective immediately for a term continuing until the next annual general meeting or until the passage of resolutions in lieu thereof.
Great. All in favor? That was carried. 5.3, moving on to appointment of the Chief Executive Officer.
I would like to move at this time that the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited appoint appoint Don Phillips as the Chief Executive Officer for the. Oh, do you need to rephrase
Can I-
that?
No, go ahead and make your motion, then we'll have some discussion on it.
That's what you get when you read the script. For the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited, effective immediately for a term continuing until the next annual general meeting or until passage of resolutions in lieu thereof.
Okay, just some discussion on this. I'm wondering if, just looking for a little advice, but if we should change it from Dawn to our assistant CAO. Or Evelyn, go ahead.
Which I agree with, except I'm not sure, can we have the same person for both positions? That's the only, I think actually when it comes to a corporation, you actually, I know for the corporation of Smoky Lake Mechanical, one has to be president, one has to be CAO, and you know that actually
Yeah.
from the MCC, so that's my only thing with this.
And that's why I went to say something, and then I remembered, no, we talked about this before I left, and that was the concern, so the thought was keep it appointed as me, and then it'll go to, when the new CEO starts, it would automatic, or then you could reappoint, or, I mean, last time, it just, when the next election came up, it went to.
So I'm wondering if we can take out your name and just make
Put
the town
CAO.
That was
CAO.
one thought we had.
So if that would be okay, can we make a friendly
Yeah,
amendment?
I would accept that friendly amendment, or I can make it myself that, so the position would be the town CAO. Is that what you'd like? Director Morton?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you, we're all in agreement to the friendly amendment, to say removing or omitting appoint Don Phillips and appointing the town of Smoky Lake Chief Executive Officer,
Chief Administrative Officer.
Chief Administrative Officer.
It's, oh, sorry,
It is executive.
sorry, I misheard you.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the town of, to appoint the town of Smoky Lake Chief. CAO as the CEO. Is that what you're, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we're good. We're
Yeah.
good. Sorry. Sorry.
Clear as mud.
Clear as
We
mud.
all know what we're trying to say. We're gonna,
Yeah.
the CAO is going to hold the position of the CEO
Yeah.
on the mineral
we're good.
rights. Okay,
Correct.
all in favor of that motion? That is carried. Perfect. Moving on, 5.4, appointment of the chief financial officer. Your Chernichen,
That the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited appoint Crystal Burks as the Chief Financial Officer for the Smoky Lake Mineral Rights Development Company Limited, effective immediately for a term continuing until the next annual general meeting or the passage of resolution in lieu thereof.
all in favor? Great, that's carried. I'm going to adjourn the mineral rights meeting at 9:43.
Right on.